Most people lose 10 to 20% of their strength, mobility, and energy over Christmas without even realizing it. But with a few strategic habits, you can lose none. The holidays mean more food, more sitting, more alcohol, and far less structure. That combination quietly unwinds months of hard work. You don't feel it right away, but by January, most people are stiff, weak, sluggish, and struggling to get back into training. But here's the good news. Staying lean, strong, flexible, and energized doesn't require full workouts. You don't need long sessions, equipment, or motivation. You only need a few science-backed habits that keep your nervous system switched on, your joints moving, and your glucose response under control. Each one takes less than 2 minutes, and they protect every major system that you've worked so hard to build. In this video, I'll show you the exact UMS Holiday Survival Guide, the post-meal routine that stabilizes glucose, the grease the groove habit that keeps your joints and tendons alive, the meal sequencing trick that boosts performance, and the holiday circuit that preserves your structural balance and mobility. Follow this framework and you'll enjoy every part of Christmas and still return to training in January feeling ready, not rusty. Now you might be thinking, that sounds too good to be true, Rad. But it's not, and if you follow these simple tips, you'll avoid putting on too much fat and losing all your gains in the gym. First is move right after eating, the #1 holiday habit. So right after a meal is when glucose spikes, insulin rises, blood flow moves to digestion, stiffness increases, and fatigue sets in. Research shows that even 10 to 20 minutes of movement after eating sharply reduces post-meal glucose spikes and improves energy stability, far more than exercising before meals. For athletes, this means better nutrient positioning, steadier energy, less post-meal lethargy, reduced inflammation, and better recovery between training blocks. So the UMS Post-Meal Reset is just choose 1 to 3 of these and do immediately after a big meal. 10 to 20 push-ups, 10 to 15 air squats, 10 to 20 ring rows or however many good quality chin-ups you can do, and 10 to 15 minute brisk walk or light run. This restores joint mobility, switches the nervous system back on, and blunts glucose spikes. Next is grease the groove throughout the day, the UMS way. Long stretches of sitting impair insulin sensitivity, joint lubrication, neural drive, tendon health, circulation, cognitive sharpness. So breaking up sitting with small submaximal strength exposures, aka grease the groove, dramatically improves glucose clearance by 15 to 20%, neuromuscular readiness, tendon resilience, joint range of motion, movement quality. And because Grease the Groove uses very easy reps, it never fatigues you, making it perfect for holiday downtime. So the way Grease the Groove works is that you basically do 40 to 50% of the total reps that you could do before muscular failure. So we're not talking about the amount of reps that you could do when you literally can't do another one. It's when your technique starts to break down, and you only do 40 to 50% of those reps. But you should try and choose a version of the exercise that you could only do 5 to 10 reps in total of. So that might mean just adding some weight to something like a squat or a pull-up, whatever works for you. So just choose 2 or 3 of these exercises and perform them every 15 to 60 minutes during the day. So you could do chin-ups, you could do weighted push-ups, bodyweight squats or weighted squats, single leg deadlifts or deadlifts if you've got a barbell around, 30 to 60 seconds of passive hang, active hangs, and of course you can do single arm variations if you're capable of them, 30 to 60 seconds of deep squat holds. You can do tuck ups or straddle ups. You can even do flexibility movements like a couch stretch, pancake, middle splits. Don't underestimate the power of Grease the Groove. I used it to get up to a 200 kilogram deadlift for 5 reps. I was never able to do that before Grease the Groove. So if you choose 2 or 3 of these and you actually do them between 5 to 10 sets throughout the day, every day over Christmas, you'll be amazed at what it does to maintain your strength and flexibility. Next is meal sequencing for energy, performance, and recovery. Did you know that the order in which you eat dramatically changes your blood glucose response, your post-meal energy, your mental clarity, your recovery between training sessions, and even your inflammation? So leading with protein and fiber stabilizes glucose and reduces spikes by 40 to 50%, even when the meal is identical. For performance, this means steadier energy, improved neurotransmitter balance, better muscle recovery, and more predictable mood and focus. So the UMS holiday plate order is protein first, vegetables and fibrous carbs second, and starches and desserts last. You'll feel better, recover better, and perform better. Next is the UMS Holiday Workout, a complete whole body routine that maintains structural balance. So if you can make time for a workout, this is the one to do. It's short, punchy, and it hits all the primal movement patterns. So that's going to give you joint structural balance, hip and shoulder mobility, spine health and mobility, metabolic health, and it's going to work to maintain your physique. Now, this isn't some silly burn calories workout. It's a don't go backwards workout. So the minimum effective dose that protects all your hard-earned progress throughout the year. Step 1 is the UMS mobility sequence. Now in our regular UMS workouts, we do a 10-minute mobility sequence, but this is Christmas, so doing even 3 to 5 minutes is going to be enough. This maintains flexibility and joint readiness with minimal effort. So do 20 to 30 seconds of hip mobility drills. You can do a squat routine and some passive hang or thoracic extension on a foam roller. This improves hip and ankle mobility, shoulder decompression, thoracic mobility, core engagement, and neural activation. It resets the body from the stiffness of all the holiday sitting, and it prepares you for your workout. Step 2, the primal pattern holiday circuit. 20 to 30 minutes. Just go through this like a circuit, anywhere from 2 to 4 times. You can choose reps based on how you feel that day. First is a pull pattern. Do 3 to 8 chin-ups or pull-ups, or 8 to 12 ring rows. This maintains all that pulling strength and your ability to depress and retract the scapula, keeps the forearms conditioned, and keeps the elbows healthy. Next is a squat pattern. Depending on how strong you are and what kind of equipment you've got will determine which version you do. So you can just do body weight squats, but if you can do more than 20 air squats, then you could try jumping squats. So you're doing like a plyometric version. Or if you've got any weight at home, you can do like a goblet squat where you're holding a kettlebell in front of you, or maybe you've even got a squat rack and you can do proper back squats. This is going to keep your quads, glutes, ankles, and knee mechanics alive. Then we've got the push pattern. So you can do just push-ups, or you can do pike push-ups if you're a little bit more advanced. And you can swap for barbells or a dumbbell chest press if you've got a home gym. This is going to maintain your pushing pattern, and it's going to protect your shoulder mechanics as well. Next is the hip hinge. So you can do slow single leg Romanian deadlifts, add weight if you've got it. You could do a supine hip thrust, or you could do some form of a single leg deadlift or a deadlift depending on what equipment you've got available for you. So this is going to reopen the hamstrings, activate the glutes, and it wakes up the spinal stabilizers. Then you can just do a 30 to 60 second deep squat hold, plus 30 to 60 seconds of passive hanging if you've got the ability to hang. This is going to make sure that you maintain all your flexibility gains, and it's going to keep your body feeling good through the holiday break. And finish the workout off with a 10 to 20 minute brisk walk or a run to improve circulation, glucose regulation, and recovery. Here's why this circuit works so well. This routine hits every major metabolic and structural system. So the metabolic benefits are that it improves glucose tolerance, reduces post-meal fatigue, increases insulin sensitivity, enhances nutrient partitioning, and elevates mitochondrial activity. The strength and neural benefits are that it maintains strength patterns without central nervous system fatigue. It preserves motor learning, it keeps tendons stimulated, and it prevents loss of neural drive. The structural balance benefits are that it balances pushing and pulling, it maintains the glute, hip, and core chain, prevents forward head posture, it avoids tightening of hip flexors and pecs, and it keeps the shoulders centered in the socket. The mobility benefits are that it opens up the hips and the thoracic spine, decompresses shoulders and spine, slows down the loss of flexibility, and reinforces end range control. This is the minimum effective holiday training dose to stay strong, flexible, and athletic. When you return to full training in January, your body will feel ready, not rusty. The holidays don't need to send your training backwards. With a few small, smart habits, most of which take less than 2 minutes, you can maintain strength, flexibility, joint health, energy and vitality, structural balance, metabolic stability, and it really helps with your confidence and mood. You've worked too hard this year to unwind your progress. Use these tools to keep your athleticism switched on, even during rest, celebration, and downtime. This is all just a watered down version of what the Unified Movement System is. If you want to learn about it, I've made a great video. You can click or tap the screen there. And if you've got any questions about how to get through this holiday period, just hit me up in the comments, and I'll see you in that next video.